Hey, my name is Sid Chakravarti. I'm the founder and CEO of STATWIG. Before this company, I used to work in Bay Area for large companies like Cisco, building new innovative products in the Silicon Valley. A few years ago, I moved back to India, and that's when I met Nrupul, who also moved back from US around the same time. One of the things that we found out soon is that Hyderabad is a big pharma hub. Nearly 30% of global pharma products get manufactured in Hyderabad. When we started to know more about the industry, we soon realized they have big problems around their supply chain. What's happening is they're manufacturing and selling billions of products all around the world, but when it comes to visibility in terms of what's happening to their products after they sell them, they have absolutely zero visibility. So there is no data coming back to them in terms of where their products are failing, who is selling counterfeit products on their for their products, where their products are getting damaged and spoiled. So because of this lack of information, each company is losing anywhere between 1,000 crores to 5,000 crores each year, just due to lack of this visibility. So we found that that's a huge opportunity to use some of the new technologies that are out there to start creating this visibility for these companies, so they stop losing this money and be able to sell more products.
Hi, I'm Nrupul. I'm a co-founder of STATWIG and I also handle the sales and strategy. So I met Sid when I moved back to India, and that time I was working on the land registration side of blockchain. I really thought blockchain could be used for making the whole process of registration very transparent and could be an added resource for the government of Telangana, or generally for India as well. So along that way we got connected and we really gelled. So then we started working on supply chains, which is also one very critical important aspect that blockchain could help. So as we have seen, supply chains before were almost in the background, right? But now since COVID, it's become a household topic. So when you order something and it doesn't get delivered, where it's stuck. So similarly, supply chains for pharma products and supply chains for a lot of these other critical elements which were in the background have now come into the foreground, and transparency and having an accountability in these supply chains has become very crucial. So that's where STATWIG and we play a role in making the vaccine supply chains and the pharma supply chains much more transparent.
Yeah, so that's when we started STATWIG. So our solutions basically uniquely identifies every single product that is manufactured. So for example, a product is a vial of vaccine. So we give that vial of vaccine a digital identifier so that it's recognizable globally. So anywhere in the globe, you search with that digital identifier and we will tell you where exactly that product is, in what country it is in, what location it is in, how it got there and where it's heading. So that's in simple terms what our solution does. What that means is, no matter where the manufactured product is after it's manufactured and it's released in the supply chain, we are basically bringing enormous visibility back to the manufacturers, and by using that data, the manufacturers are able to identify in what locations their product is running out of stock, where their products are expiring. They can also detect where fake products are getting sold on with their brand names. So all of these basically big failures in the supply chains are something that our solution helps them prevent and solve, and this generates enormous amount of revenue for the manufacturing companies that are selling products to multiple markets. So what we have done over here is quite interesting, right? So what we did is we leveraged something called blockchain technology to create one single network, global network, where all the distribution networks are part of that network. So which means all the distributors and pharmacies in each country are basically using our mobile and web applications to update their inventory information, which means the products which are in their custody. We get live information about all the products in all different locations. To give an example, we are today live in Costa Rica, right? So Costa Rica has 1500 locations in which the different pharma products are stored and transported between. So in those 1500 locations, for every location we know every single product that is out there, their serial number, when is it expiring, and these products are not from one particular manufacturer but all manufacturers. So we get a live global dashboard, so where you can see all the different locations, global locations on a map, and in each location, as soon as you move in on top of each location, you can see what are the stock levels, what are different products that are available in that location. So that is extremely powerful data, which is then leveraged by the sales teams of the pharma manufacturing companies to understand where their products are selling, how often are they sitting in the warehouses, where their product is running out of stock, and they can basically leverage that data to sell more. So it's a very simple mobile application that runs everywhere, and we can onboard more and more companies. Today we have many countries on our platform, but we are extending that to 25 countries by next year.
So our big breakthrough came when we were introduced to UNICEF. UNICEF really liked our product. At the time we didn't really have a product, it was more of an idea. UNICEF really liked the idea so much that they funded us initially even before we had the product ready. They helped us get the product ready by hand-holding us and also giving access to their supply chains. So we are in the position today because of our access and the guidance that UNICEF has given us. So UNICEF being such a large player in the vaccine space, right? They purchase about 600 crores of vaccines, of doses of vaccines per year, and they distribute them across the world. So that's one of the biggest purchasers of vaccine in the world. Single largest purchaser of vaccine in the world, we can say, is UNICEF. So we had good access to a lot of these countries, and today's deployments are also because of UNICEF. And the product, the shape that is in today, is because of the guidance that UNICEF has given us. And this has put us in a very good position to reach out to other pharma players, other manufacturers in the pharma space, who also have very large supply chains and who would also benefit greatly from having access to the visibility and the transparency that our platform provides.
Okay, as I said before, before this startup, I moved here from Silicon Valley, and as you know, Silicon Valley already had a very established startup ecosystem. So when I moved here, I was actually searching for something similar, an ecosystem where startups can start, get nurtured, and then find opportunities to scale, right? And that's where we found T-Hub. T-Hub played that role of not only incubating an early stage startup, but also giving us opportunities in terms of getting us access to clients, getting us access to the market in various countries, and also introducing us to various investors, right? So that we get capital for us to scale in a better way. And I think T-Hub has done an excellent job in doing that. I don't see any other ecosystem in Hyderabad which has, or even in India, right? So I mean, if you look at other cities, it's all spread out in various locations, but in Hyderabad, it's all concentrated in one single building. Although the building is just a building, but it's the people inside who can help you basically get connected to various ecosystems and help you succeed. So that's the role T-Hub plays. So to give a more specific instance, right? So one of the big challenges for the startups is finding early customer, the first initial customer. So in this, T-Hub has actually played a very important role. So they introduced us to Government of Telangana, who is our current client right now. So we have 2 work orders from Government of Telangana. and both of those work orders, we were able to even get access to understand what the problem is with these two different departments, and also provide our solution thereafter to solve those problems because of the role T-Hub played in facilitating that opportunity towards.
So something very interesting has happened within this space in the last month. Indian government has taken a resolution to enforce traceability of the 300 most popular drugs. So these are the drugs that we use on a regular basis. So these make up about 35% of the total drugs that are used in India, and the government is mandated that within 1 year all of these drugs have to be traced on an individual basis. So you can imagine the scope, the scale of this kind of a resolution, and that puts us in a very good place to scale within the next 1 year. I think anybody who's manufacturing drugs in India will require some kind of a supply chain solution which gives them a little more transparency and traceability of their drugs. So currently we are live in Latin America, which is Costa Rica and Argentina, and within this year we are looking to target 8 more countries, and in the next year we are expanding further to 20 more countries. So that will put us at a place where we will be tracking about 1,000 crores of medical goods on the supply chain per year.
Our vision is massive. So we want to be Google search for supply chains, where any single manufactured product should be traceable on our platform. All you have to do is search the serial number, and we will tell you where in the global supply chain that product is, how it got there, and where it's heading.